I just want to preface this video by saying I know how fortunate I am that I was able to go to uni and to get the chance to get a degree. I know it's not an option for a lot of people. It was an incredible experience for me, both in terms of education, learning what I did, and also in terms of personal development. I feel like I changed completely over the course of the 3 years, and 100% for the better. If you think that uni is something that you want to do and you are in the position to do it, I would definitely recommend it. But I do not think that university does enough to prepare their students for life after graduation. You go from having a routine and something to work towards to having absolutely nothing. As someone with autism, and particularly someone who strives from schedules and goals, this was incredibly difficult for me. You have goals the entire time that you can remember. You want to do well in your SATs, and then you want to do well in your GCSEs so you can do the A-levels that you want to do, and then you want to do well in your A-levels so that you can get onto the degree that you want to do, and then you want to do well in your degree so you can do the career that you want to do, supposedly. All of a sudden, you go from having something to work towards to absolutely nothing. I'm not saying that I want to be mollycoddled for my whole life, because that isn't practical, and it also causes issues later on down the line anyway. But I feel like unis can do more, really. Obviously, some people leave uni and they walk straight into a job, which is absolutely incredible. Well done to all of you that have done that. But a lot of people struggle, both logistically in terms of getting a job, but then emotionally and mentally. It is very draining and difficult to suddenly just have no purpose. I have only spoken to people on similar degrees to mine, so the arts, things like TV, film, things like that. But I don't know if this is an arts problem or a more general issue. If it is a more general issue, I'm very curious to find out. I don't really speak to many people who didn't do the art subjects, so I'm very curious to see if this is an issue that's more widespread or not. All I do know is that I wish people spoke about this more. When I finished uni, I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know if I was expecting to walk straight into a steady media job or what, but when I didn't, I honestly felt like a failure. I felt like I had failed. It really got me very down. And it wasn't until I spoke to other people that I realised that pretty much the majority of people that I spoke to was feeling the same way, and it is entirely normal. Graduating is a major life event, and if you are feeling a bit down, or you're not feeling yourself, that is completely understandable. If you don't get a job straight away, either by choice or not by choice, that is completely fine. If you get a job in something that is not related to your degree, that is perfectly normal. If you feel overwhelmed, that is completely understandable. What you're feeling is completely valid. You are allowed to take things at whatever pace you want to take them. Unfortunately, getting a degree does not mean that you will get a job straight away. I wish it did, but it doesn't. And if you need to take some time, that is completely fine. Post-graduation mental health is something that I am still struggling with a year on. I still want that drive to make it in my career path, but then I need to make sure that I don't get pushed over the edge when things don't go the way that I want them to. At the same time, I really don't want to get complacent and lose why I did the degree in the first place. It's a very fine line, and I've definitely edged over both sides multiple times, but it's just something that I'm still trying to find a balance with. I think that what I'm trying to get at is that, unfortunately for a lot of people, post-graduation will be an uphill battle, and the sooner that you kind of come to terms with that, the easier it is to deal with. It will take work, and every graduate will deal with life differently. Unfortunately, this means that there's no set path that you can take that is the easy route or the best route. But just make sure whatever route you do take, that it's the best one for you.